This drama was never about me supposedly cheating. It was actually about...
He gets a shit ton of views. Look at the
When I was
views.
like-
God damn, these get a lot of views. Did you
Go
see how many
left, right,
views he
left,
gets?
right.
Views. He gets the most views, almost 1 million views on this. Like most viewed clip. God damn, these get a lot of views. He gets a shit ton of views. Views like this, bro. He gets the most views out of anybody in the Gears community because of his TikTok.
But first, we have to go back to the beginning. This is Suspendy, and he's a fucking demon. He was in the same lobby where Chase claims I was macroing, and he was playing like this for the entire time. Chase claims that when he called me out for macroing, I was immediately defensive, and then he edited a screen recording of my stream to make it look that way. But here's what actually happened. Chase dies to Suspendy, spectates me playing like this, which is obviously normal, and says macro. I don't respond because I literally think he's talking about Suspendy, because Suspendy is the last person to kill him. The first person to respond is in fact Suspendy, because he also thinks Chase is talking about him. Then Suspendy has a laugh about it, and I call Chase a weird childish freak and tell him to stay in his lane. I've been getting zipped up by this Suspendy dude for like 35 minutes, by the way. He's humping me borderline every time I die. I'm already fully triggered. Chase is playing against this same guy, dying to him 30 to 40 times over the course of 3 matches, never says a word. But then something funny happens. Chase stops talking about it. I apparently macro, but he doesn't care. Yet. So there's no way this dude is calling people hosts now. So we load into the next map, and after the first round, Chase calls someone on their team host, but this isn't a host lobby. 25 minutes pass, he once again starts talking about hosts, so we have an argument about, how the server works. He gets offended because I called him stupid, and responds by threatening to expose me. And naturally, I just tell him to do it. He's claiming that I said, no one will believe you. I never said that. What I actually said was, make the video, I don't care if people think I'm macro. I never said, no one will believe you, like a fucking supervillain. Back to the host thing for a moment. I'm sure everyone knows this, but in Gal UE, there are 2 kinds of lobbies, host and server. If you join a lobby and it says, due to an issue, no XP will be rewarded, that means you're on host. And if you don't see that, you're on a server. When you're in a host lobby, typically the lobby just drops after a match or 2 because the host will just leave. There's no host migration. We were clearly in a server lobby, which is why I was making fun of him for calling people host. Everyone who has played Gal UE knows this because everyone has been in a lobby for 4 or 5 games straight and watched people constantly leaving and joining without host migration. But back to the timeline. So, after the threat, he starts his stream, and he uses my name for engagement. I'm not exactly above this myself. I've done 2 videos using Nick Merck's name for engagement, although I was at least trying to be funny, and he's clearly a bit triggered judging by his title. And remember, this did not start when he originally claimed I was macroing. He started this after I made fun of him for thinking someone was host. These are not the actions of a crusader for justice. I hate cheaters so much, man. He consistently says, I hate cheaters, over 40 times during the course of his entire live stream. These are the actions of a petulant child. This is someone who loses an argument and throws a sucker punch. So now we go into the stream itself, which is essentially just Chase projecting his insecurities and breaking Twitch TOS for 3 hours. And it starts with this.
This is him. That's not what I was expecting. In face of a cheater right there. All right, one more time. There he is. That's Snubs. Fucking loser. Shit, bro. If I look like that, I might have to start cheating. I didn't know Stubbs looked like a fuckboy.
He shows my picture dozens of times, and he just kind of awkwardly laughs at how I look. But there's this one moment where someone in his chat says that we look alike, and he kind of has like a little existential crisis about that.
Oh, yeah, you guys want to see the photo one more time? This is what Snubs looks like, by the way. I should make his picture my profile picture. That's too embarrassing. I'll make that my profile picture.
Dude, so like, okay.
He looks exactly
Jonah
like...
is like...
Dude, I don't have hair like that, bro.
Jonah was like...
What, because he's a white guy? I don't think I actually look like this guy, really. Different nose.
Oh, that's so sad.
He's got similar, like, kind of facial hair. Other than that.
But back to the stream. So early on, he says this.
What's he playing right now, bro? I'll try to stream snipe him. Let me know when there's a spot open.
Which obviously violates the Twitch TOS. You can't stream snipe. And he knows this. He's a big, successful streamer in Gao terms. He's just so blinded with anger that he literally doesn't even care. He also mentioned doing this.
I should get on a second account, a second account, and then I should find him, and then I should call him out as a cheater, but he'll think I'm like a completely different person, and then he'll really start losing his mind.
Which is pretty funny considering that since he said this, I've had maybe a dozen or so clearly fake accounts, 0 followers, 0 following, who are just spamming my TikTok comments and spamming my TikTok chats. I don't know if these are all Chase, but Chase said he wanted to do it. So about an hour into his stream, he just stops playing and instead streams himself harassing me. Again, this is against Twitch TOS. You can't just stream someone else's stream without their permission, and you certainly can't do it to harass someone. You know, this man uses macros to bounce, right? Yeah, man. We all know, man. So, back to my story. So almost immediately, I lay down exactly why I think this is happening. Like, Chase, I don't think that you think I have macros. I think you're pissed off because you were calling that guy host and I was making fun of you. And I still believe this is the biggest part of it, but there's a lot more.
No. He dipped earlier because I self-promoted.
So Chase repeats this exact lie over and over again.
Twitch URL in the game chat, and I said, you guys don't gotta watch a cheater, come pull up. And then he left. That's what got him to finally leave.
But I didn't leave. I actually just lagged out. And I would give him the benefit of the doubt and say he didn't know this, but I found out later that he had my stream up the entire time, so he did know, he just chose to lie about it. So then we're treated to this gem. Chase OP, I have the best movement in the game. That's so embarrassing to say. Clearly, this is a very insecure thing to say, but it doesn't stop there. You see, he's really into this jealousy thing. He can't stop saying jealousy. Even after I say this, you can't use the excuse that I'm just jealous. I don't think you're jealous. Like, what? I don't think you're jealous of me. I think you're just pissed off because I called you an idiot. He says the word jealousy and types the word jealousy in my chat over and over again. Okay.
And that they can't use the excuse that I'm like jealous of their movement or jealous.
He also does this thing where every time he feels an emotion, he just projects that onto me. Like when he tries to say that I'm nervous.
This man's a little nervous right now. Pressure's getting to him. His brain is scrambling right now. What is he? His brain is.
Oh, my teammates are trolling me, man.
His brain is arrowing out, bro.
If I give you the money,
it's malfunctioning,
first,
and he's super nervous right now. This man is under pressure. He wants to get off. He's feeling the heat. His heart is racing, bro. Ever since I came in here, and he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to say, dude. You know that inside, this man is freaking the fuck out. There's the part of him that's watching himself is thinking, what the fuck are you doing? What are you saying? No, I'm telling you right now, he's freaking out inside. He's trying to act like he's not. He's trying to act like.
Or just repeating the word jealousy over and over again, completely unprompted. Or like when he decided to just start making homophobic comments about my voice, getting his chat to join along.
So this isn't just his like nervous voice because he's getting called out for being a cheater.
What started it with like domes is I was in an
started
argument
it with like domes?
They were like telling me like you can't bounce.
And they were like
fast
telling me like you can't bounce like that without a macro.
console.
Like they were telling me like, low key guys, they hate that my wall bounce is so good. Chase wishes his movement was as good as me. The beta, like honestly. Does he have a girlfriend or is he? No, it's his boyfriend, right?
Homophobia also not exactly allowed Twitch TOS, but of course he knows this. He just doesn't care.
Can you guys see this? Not praise being homophobic on the way you talk.
At this point, I think you can get that there's a clear pattern. This whole live stream was just like 3 or 4 hours of Chase throwing absolutely every insult, every accusation he can at the wall, hoping for a reaction out of me. But I actually gave him a reaction right at the beginning. He just didn't like it. You see, Chase wants one thing more than anything else. Even more than
views. Look at the views. Like, God damn, these get a lot of views. Did you see how many views he gets? Views.
He wants to be feared.
I'm maybe the worst person that could call you out by maybe the worst person that could call you out.
It's not that he wants to be this crusader for justice. He wants everyone to take him seriously and to know that if you cross him, you will pay.
Because he truly believed that I was like some fanboy Chase and that he could talk to me however he wanted. Not knowing like that he just poked the bear. Like, he regrets it so fucking hard, I'm telling you.
Remember, he didn't do this after he claimed I was cheating. He did it after I insulted him. And for the crime of insulting him, he's going to do a 4-hour stream. He also freely admits this.
Because if he would have just said nothing, or I wouldn't have tweeted about it. I wouldn't have gone live with this title. And the only reason I am mad and calling him out for the macro thing is because he said I was a moron.
But not only is it a 4-hour stream, it's a 4-hour stream where he tries to brigade your chat with his and have his viewers type offensive, harassing messages.
Now, yeah, we need more people in the chat saying it, dude. I'm starting a movement. I'm starting a movement. Yo, somebody else call him out, though.
There's nowhere for me.
He's ignoring me, but he won't ignore a new person, probably. Yo, Praise, say something.
Praise, man.
Say something in the chat. Yo, Praise, you can call him out in his own chat like I did. Yo, Monkey, get in there, bro. We're watching him live. This is him live. Yo, somebody, I've said too much. Somebody else call him out. Someone call him out. Someone go in his chat and say, is it true that you're using a macro? I want someone else to say it.
This is exactly the type of behavior I would expect out of someone who refers to themselves as...
I'm usually like the nicest guy you'll ever meet too.
He also really wanted me to ban him.
Is he about to ban me? Why hasn't he banned me? If I self-promo, he'll ban me, right? He wants to ban me. Wait, am I banned? I just self-promoted in his stream. He's not going to ban me? You think that actually make him ban me? Like, or he wishes he could block me. He wants to block me so bad. He probably the first thing he should have done was ban me. Why? He absolutely should have banned me. Yo, Praise, that's why he should have banned me. You won't ban me? Ban me, pussy. Ban me, pussy. Do it.
Which is a bit ironic given just how many bannable things he's said and done in this one stream. Obviously, it's against TOS to have your chat brigade another person's stream, and it's against TOS to direct them off the platform. But why didn't I ban him? Well, for one, I knew he would dig this hole for himself, but also I have a very hard stance against banning people from my chat. You're basically allowed to do anything but spam, and I only have one mod. I do this so my chat feels more welcoming. I never like going in streams and seeing like 5 mods talking to each other. It always has this vibe of walking into a restaurant and seeing a group of cops. You weren't going to do anything illegal, but like you don't want them to get that idea. But let's actually talk about gameplay for a second. So this is the clip I'm being accused of macroing in, and what I'm doing here is an animation cancel. This is what it looks like when you do it slowly. You get in cover, push your left stick towards the wall, and tap A. The timing on this is pretty forgiving. It's at least more forgiving than a weapon slide. And if you do it right, your character will slide to the wall and skip the animation of pulling off the wall. I even mentioned that this is basically just a trick, and I'm pretty sure like 6 months from now, almost every good player will be doing it. But during the stream, Chase keeps saying,
we're not going to see him do any of that movement right now. And now that we're watching him, I don't think you're going to see him do it. He's being watched. He's being watched right now. No movement. No movement. He's not bouncing like that now.
When in reality, I've been doing this same animation cancel the entire time.
So he's not going to do it. $200?
This is a trick. Even on Xbox with a controller that I'm not used to. So why didn't he spot me doing this live and call me out for it? You'd think that would be his biggest goal, right? Well, 2 things. First, this was never about me supposedly cheating. And second, it actually looks slower when I'm doing it on stream than when I'm doing it in my clips, because my stream is 60 FPS and my clips are 30. Which brings us to this whole frame perfect thing. First, you don't have to be frame perfect to move like this, and being frame perfect would also require frame perfect left stick movement, which no one has. But even more so, you can't tell what frame perfect even looks like. I'm playing in 300 FPS, my clips are in 30 FPS, so you're missing 90% of the frames I'm playing at. You just never see them. So how can you tell what frame perfect is? But also, why are my clips in 30 FPS? Well, that's because they look faster. 30 FPS adds a small motion blur, which gives the clips a faster, slightly more cinematic look. This is why films are shot in 24 FPS instead of 60, because it just looks better. But this does give my clips a sped up look to them, which is probably why when I use the overlay to try to recreate the clip in question, despite being within 300 milliseconds speed-wise of the fastest I have ever bounced in this spot, it doesn't look the same. But compare them side by side. There's a very good reason why you would clip something and upload it. That's because it's something that you don't do very often. Which brings me to another point, which is that you can scroll through my Gao UE clips and literally watch me get better at wall bouncing. I didn't start off like this. This took months of practice. Which brings us back to the beginning. This was never about anything other than Chase's bruised ego.
And that he could talk to me however he wanted.
And of course,
look how many views this got. That's a lot of views. He gets a shit ton of views. Look at the views. Like, God damn, these get a lot of views. Did you see how many views he gets? Views. Almost 1 million views on this. He gets the most views out of anybody in the Gears community.
We're almost 2 weeks from when this happened, and he's been hyping up a big expose video. He also joined my Discord to promote it, and he's been using his position as a mod in the Gears of War community Twitter group to promote it as well. And he's also been banning people from the community who defend me. But why go to all this effort? Well, that's because he has a plan.
That's a lot of views. Holy shit. This is why I have to blow up on TikTok. This is my next goal. I will overtake the TikTok views, and then when I have a bigger platform than him on his own platform, that's when I'll like re-bring it up. I'll bring it up. Usually you guys know that that fucking Snubs guy's a fucking cheating bitch, just so you know. Also, he looks like this.
Yeah, that's right. This is all just about content.
Yeah, the content's making itself.
He wants more followers, more attention, a bigger platform. Openly fantasizes about the day he surpasses my follower count so he can talk down to me. But why would he want that?
A lot of people get their self-worth from
dead zones on the left stick.
From their attention on the game, you know.
So about 2 hours into the stream, someone asks about the drama, and this is my reply. Who did you have beef with earlier? I mean, it's more like kind of like it's Chase OP.
Yep.
Like,
Chase OP.
I wouldn't consider it beef.
Wouldn't consider it beef.
There's a few people I have beef with, but like I don't know. Chase OP is a content creator who wants content. But he does not like this one bit.
You're a pussy-ass bitch. Is it beef now?
We are so far past macros at this point that he doesn't even see me doing the animation cancel bounce on Xbox using a broken Xbox controller that he's claiming I'm not doing. I don't think it takes a genius to see through all this, which is a good thing, actually, because he spends a weird amount of time calling me stupid.
I'm trying to listen to this fucking idiot. I think are we done watching this fucking idiot? Unbelievably stupid. This man is so unbelievably fucking stupid.
He also kept trying to portray me as a psycho.
This guy might actually be a fucking psycho. This is a fucking psycho, dude.
This week,
What a twisted individual.
how about that?
What, this guy is an absolute fucking psycho. I wish you could look into the eyes of this fucking psycho.
And he was getting so frustrated that I wasn't falling for his dumbass bait attempts that he might have accidentally let it slip.
Imagine being falsely accused of cheating like this. I just know if I was being falsely accused,
We
it's
in
like
the
this is
same
like
game?
cringe to me.
It's all about getting a reaction out of me just so his content looks more believable.
Ugh. Defend yourself, you
I'm
weirdo.
legit. It wouldn't even be the first time he's thrown out baseless cheater accusations. He promoted this list of players as people who straight up use PC hacks. I'm pretty sure Ethinks didn't even have a PC and he still made the list. So where did this list come from? Someone made a brand new anonymous Twitch account and DM'd it to him, claiming to be the one that sold the cheats. And the list of people? These are just people he didn't like. And why would he do such a reckless and irresponsible thing?
God damn, these get a lot of views.
He also claims to have never seen my content before, but then he lets this slip.
Which one was it? I was sent one last night too.
But again, he's just trying to get more attention and, of course, launch his own TikTok.
But because I want to have like a Gears dedicated TikTok. I just started uploading to TikTok. I'm going to make a TikTok video exposing him on TikTok. And I'm making a YouTube video. And I'm making it TikTok, I guess.
What?
And I'm going to put snubs as one of the tags. And I'm going to need you guys to go watch that video. We got to get it in the algorithm, okay? By the way, guys, if you all want to follow my TikTok. Yo, the TikTok guys haven't heard of me yet. But they'll know.
I proved my point.
They'll know.
Which is why, at least of right now, I'm not uploading this to TikTok, even though you can upload hour-long videos. I do think Chase is genuinely hurt by what I said, which is kind of weird considering he knows I didn't even think it was him.
Because he truly believed that I was like some fanboy Chase.
I thought it was a troll stream sniper. And I think it's really important to call out these fake accounts because they can make the real users look really bad. Moving on. He was hurt enough to start his stream.
I'm telling you, the reason he went live was because I heard his fragile little ego. This man had to go live so that he could get his chat to gas him up so he could feel better about himself.
And spend 11 days making a video. Considering just how much time he spent telling me how I felt.
This man's a little nervous right now. And he's super nervous right now. Dude, you know that inside, this man is freaking the fuck out. He always knows other people's mental states.
I think it's only fitting that I should let him tell himself how he felt.
There's a lot of people that they feel like so lonely and disconnected, but then they have these big followings. And so they can go live and just get, you know, get that little dopamine that they need for their self-validation.
Trying to grow your platform for the sake of being able to use it to talk down to other people, what are you doing? Chase, I hope your TikTok does well. I love TikTok, that's why I use it. When I started off, I uploaded one video every day for 7 months straight, and they all got like 30 views and 2 likes, but I didn't care because I just wanted to make content for fun. And that's still what I do. It's never been about numbers. In about 2 weeks, I'm going traveling for around a month and a half, like 45 days. My content will be travel related, and I'll probably go back to just getting like 40 views a video, but I don't really care. I'm doing things that I want to do, and I think people would be a lot happier if they just did the things they want to do. He mentions numerous times that I get the most views, or that I'm the biggest Gao TikToker. That's not even remotely true. I might be in the top 10, but there's plenty of people ahead of me. People like Deadly Scourge, who was the first person I ever saw make Gears TikToks, and inspired me to start. Deadly Scourge is also getting accused of cheating, by the way. He's MNK Scroll Wheel. He also says this.
Like, yeah, I burned a bridge with a content creator.
You didn't burn a bridge, man. I've never done collabs and I never will. I like staying in my own lane and just doing my own thing. I'm not trying to grow off of anyone else, either through drama farming or just collaboration. This whole fake drama is incredibly shallow. No one should be actively trying to make other people afraid of them or weaponizing their communities to harass people. Everyone should just be able to talk shit to each other without trying to turn it into a weeks-long, dozen-video mega drama as if the community is either large enough or cares enough for that.
Why are you letting me say this to you in the chat?
Because I saw right through this from the very beginning.
By the way, guys, if you all want to follow my TikTok.